Hi, welcome to Fatmata Speaks. Welcome to the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. As you all know, it has already opened. We're in the thick of it. And I meditated to receive some messages that, we can use so that we can tap into this energy and manifest the things that we actually want. And I asked about the colors of this Lionsgate portal. I also ask about steps that we can take to tap into this energy and also a message. So I'm going to start with the colors and then I'm going to move on to the messages because they reflect each other. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about the steps that I was shown that we can take to, to utilize this time period. So the colors that I saw, the first one I saw was of a water, and it was shown in the form of water falling into a hole, and the water was like very clear. So clarity, transparency, purity, water, intuition, it's like part of this Lionsgate portal energy. And the second thing I saw was a mud, and there was silver mixed into it. As you know, a mud out on water, that's just like a fertile ground to actually manifest what you want, to plant the seeds and then cultivate it and bring it to fruition. And silver is all about intuition as well as the moon energy, which is quite fitting because we just had a full moon. When was it? Last week, right? And it was already during the period, well, after the gate opened. So we're seeing some connections there. And then the third thing that I saw was two butterflies. We have transformation in this as well. And the first butterfly that was like flying ahead it was of a bright color, and I think we can use yellow for that. And then the second one was it had multiple colors. It had black on the edges, and then it had brown, and then it has like orange close to the body of the butterfly. As you can see, the colors are layered, okay? Layered, so you build up. So the yellow one, as you know, let me read what I wrote down. Yellow represents joy, the confidence in who you're becoming, as well as the clarity of who you are. That's one part of it. So basically, you're seeing your transformation. You're literally witnessing your transformation. This could be in your actions, the way you present yourself, because if you present yourself confidently now, when previously you were kind of like timid, then obviously you can see that you have undergone a transformation and it's actually bearing fruit. You know what I mean? And so the multicolored butterflies, the black that I saw was as you come out of your transformation, and of course, you're going to face the unknown. Because the multicolored butterfly was the second butterfly, and it was right after the yellow-colored butterflies. And you're coming out to this unknown world because you're literally witnessing the world differently, because now you have a different lens. And that, of course, can be a little bit scary because you don't know what you're up against. But however, you can ground yourself because you have the mental clarity of who you are as a person, and that will help you actually use your it's not your new core, because this was who you already are. This is who you are on the inside. It's just the layers of trauma and past incidents and all that hurt kind of like damped it. But now you can finally operate from your truth, and your truth is in the color of orange, which is all about creativity as well as your desire and movement. So the colors of this portal is literally movement, transforming and acting out in your transformed form. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I wrote, this portal is helping you embrace all of your beauties as you have transformed into the person who can actually hold the freedom. That's key. That is key. So let's move to the messages. This is going to be a long one, okay? This is going to be a long one. I'm going to be reading bits and bits of it because, like I said, this is a long one. And I want to get all of the information out. Do not want to miss any, okay? So the first image that I saw was I saw a road. And I think I kind of like saw this type of road like the start of July. I do not remember if it was the first week or the second week of July, but I saw this type of road, and back then I saw someone crossing over to the next phase of their life. But this time around, I saw the road and it looked the same, but the experience was completely different because the road was like filled with cars, and there was the mountain next to it. The mountain was on the right, and on the left was the ocean. And there was a traffic. There was a traffic jam. Like nobody could move. Everyone was kind of like stuck. And then the focus kind of like limited itself, or basically just focused on one particular car. I do not remember the color of the car, but I remember that the person that was seated behind the wheel was like frustrated with this. They could not wait to get out of there. They were like, why is this taking so long? Why is this not moving forward? What am I doing wrong? And how can I get out of this? Literally, those are the questions that I was feeling that this person was asking, which suits to the experience we have been having. Because so far we have been undergoing the understanding, the learning, and the transformation. And most of us have been asking, so where is our manifestation? Where is it? When is it coming up? And thanks to this portal, we started this portal in this place of frustration. But thanks to this portal, we're gaining clarity. The white color, the clarity, the transparent water that we saw at the beginning of this video. Well, the beginning of the meditation. And the person was like there, right? And then they got so frustrated, and then they got off the path. They got off the path that was already there, and then they venture out on the ocean. Now imagine, I know, technically it shouldn't be possible to drive your car into the ocean without sinking, but this is exactly what's happened. Okay, the person rode their car, but their first attempt to get on the ocean literally swallowed them, and then they had to re-enter again. And the difference between these two entries is basically the first entry, they were trying to steer the wheel, so they had their hands on the wheel, and then they were trying and doing too much. So the ocean swallowed them because the desperation was just too much. They were not coming from a place of trust. They're not coming up from a place of their authentic self. They were still trying to make things happen. Basically, they had to learn to let go of control. And the second entry, they kind of like learned the lesson, and they let go of control, and they were able to sail on the ocean. And so yeah, at the start of this portal, we were stuck. Well, I don't want to say stuck, but we were on the path that we consider safe, the one that is considered numb, because it's what we know. It's what we know, and it's what has been told to us for ages, and it used to work, but now it's like so crowded because everyone is following that, because everyone wants stability of a form in their life, and it's okay. It's valid. However, this is not your part. And the frustration that you felt while you were trying to make things work according to the safe measure and whatnot, you came to realize that you have to go off script. And again, you took the path on the left. Now, if you watch what was it? Was it the last July weekly reading? And then there was also the thing about the path, like taking the path on the left instead of the path on the right. And here you do it again. You took the path on the left. You went into the ocean. And I wrote something in particular to this. Yes, I wrote you stuck on a road, a path, a norm that everyone is taking because it's safe. But safe is not always right, especially when it goes against your truth. Safe can be another form of stagnation. So get off that road, listen to your intuition, and let it guide you. Do not try to lead your intuition, because that's not how it works, okay? That's not how it works. Let go of control, because only by doing that can you find your footing. And that's exactly what you're doing. You got off the path and you find your footing. You continue sailing on the ocean. It's unknown, it's deep, it's the big wide ocean, okay? It's okay to feel a little bit afraid, but still do it afraid, okay? Because this is you becoming. This is the unknown part, which is part of the butterfly. It's unknown, it's okay, it's scary, but you have been undergoing processes of letting go, relearning, redefining, and reframing stuff, that right now you are in the position of actually, standing your grounds in unknown places. You are in that position, okay? So let's continue. Let me see. Yeah. So I saw the car was it was still sailing on the ocean, and then the ocean became a river. And I saw that the car was actually driving against the current. It was going against the current, literally. The river was flowing this way, and the car was going this way. And the car kept on going, and then the scene kind of changed. And it became instead of the wide ocean and then just being surrounded by water, it became a forest being surrounded by trees, healthy, thick trees. And the monthly reading for August also had something similar like that. Healthy, thick trees surrounded by it, and you being the groundkeeper of that forest. And the thing about trees is they represent opportunities, okay? Trees represent opportunities. And the fact that these trees were looking fresh means these are opportunities that just arrived because you have changed your path. Sorry? Oof. You have released the past. You have letting go of all that which no longer serves you. And therefore, opportunities are just shooting up. And they're coming in strong. Now you have a choice to make. Whatever you choose, make sure that it contains your heart. Make sure it contains your truth. Basically, what I'm saying is be authentic, okay? Even if it's odd, strange looking, or whatnot, or doesn't make much sense. Listen, be authentic. Be authentic, because that's the only way you're going to make it through this life, because you cannot live life in... Wait, I should get back to the images, because I think I'm going way too fast, okay? Maybe you have to, I don't know how you say it, pace yourself a little bit at times, but hey, follow your flow, okay? So that was it. And then, yeah. Then among the trees, the thick looking trees, not thick looking, they were really thick, Among the thick trees, I saw a pyramid shape tent. I'm gonna say it's a tent because I felt like it was a tent, but it could also just be a pyramid shaped thingy that was just there. And it was just there, but no longer than 5 seconds after seeing it, I saw a helicopter. The helicopter came and then hooked it up and then flew out with it. And while the helicopter was flying over the ocean, I saw on the cliff of that particular forest, I saw a Roman royalty looking people, and they were just looking out. They were just looking as the pyramid kind of flew away. And the pyramid flew away, and it came across a strange looking tree. I say it's strange because I've never seen that type of tree in our 3D, okay? Strange looking tree. And then it went further and further. It was flying around for a little while, and then it found the right spot, and then it landed. As soon as the pyramid shaped tent landed on the ground, it began to expand. it began, it didn't only expand, it also kind of like reshaped the whole environment. Like its mark was felt, its presence was felt on that piece of land. So you are, like, whatever choice you're making, you're doing it for you. Like I said, like I was saying, you're doing it for you. You're not living your life according to the script of person A, B, and C. Yes, it's okay to have role models. Yes, it's okay to have an inspiration that you aspire towards. However, just because you aspire to be like someone doesn't mean you have to be or do things exactly as they did. Because let's be honest, every day in our current world, things are changing, and they're changing really fast. So what used to work the day before yesterday might not work today. So you have to adapt and reshape things. Yes, you can look up to people for inspiration. Yes, you can ask them about how they did it. And yes, you can follow that path to a certain extent. But that path will keep changing. So you have to keep changing and find a way to do things that actually aligns with who you are. Again, who you are, your authentic self. Your authentic self is key. You have to not only know who you are, not only know your authentic self, but also be grounded in that. That's the reason why we saw the color brown was part of this Lionsgate portal energy, okay? You have to be grounded in who you are, because things are happening, things are coming towards you. So you're not living life according to anyone else's script. And where you're going, the things you're doing, you're actually making an impact. You're actually making an impact, okay? So do not think that you're not doing anything, you're not achieving anything. You are. And believe me, by the looks of it, this is not something you're going to second guess, because the impact has a form and you can actually see it. You can see the form of it, the form of the things that you're actually producing. This could be a literal product, and then you seeing how it affects and impacts people's life. But it could also be a service that you're providing, and you see how people transform through that service that you're providing, or the services you're providing. If you look at it, you're going to find it. Okay. If you look at it, you're going to find it. And then the image switch. Let me see if I forgot anything else. No. No, I did not. Okay, this might not be that long. I think we're in the middle of it. Then the image switched, and I saw someone in a ski outfit. Now, as soon as I saw them, I expected to see snow. But I didn't. What I saw was someone in ski outfit on a body of water. But they also had like the ski gadget, everything. They had it, they were there. But despite being on like strange places, well, not the appropriate place for it, you cannot use ski gear to like on water, right? I hope I'm right about this one. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Anyway, despite being in the wrong place, they were like on alert, but not on alert to like, being afraid. No, they were learning. They were somewhere new, somewhere where they possibly they're not supposed to be in, and they're learning and adapting to the frequency, to the obstacle, to whatever this new environment has. And that is important, okay? Because most of us, we judge ourselves very harshly. We look at ourselves in the mirror and say, oh no, you do not have what it takes to do this and that and that. But the truth is, whatever you have and whatever you're cultivating is exactly what you need to move forward. Like this portal is making it clear that you have what it takes. Even when you're in a new place and you feel like this is not where I'm supposed to be. It's okay. You're there now. Make use of it. Look, find the rhythm of the place. Understand how it operates. Understand what changes people react to within the space. You just have to create a basis of understanding. And you have to learn to not only like to observe, but also to react. There's an element of taking action in this place that you're going, okay? You have to take action. You cannot just sit and be like, okay, no, and you cannot talk small of yourself either. No. That's no. That is not gonna work, okay? And and the person that was there, they were like adapting to the place, and then they came across a very steep waterfall. And again, this week's reading, actually, the first week of August, also had a steep waterfall. And in the 0808 Lionsgate portal, we also see a steep waterfall. And the person in the ski gear and all the getup was like, they didn't run away from it. They surf further, and then they took a fall. They took the leap. And they did some tricks, like the ski trips, doing the flip and all that. They did that in the air before they landed at the bottom of the waterfall, and they landed on their feet, okay? So you do not only have to adapt to this place, but make use of what you already have, because the things that you have, there's a place for them in this world that you're entering, okay? This space that you're entering, there's a place for them. That's why you're there in the first place. So don't be afraid to put your element into the things that you're doing. Be intimate with the things you're doing. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with it. Allow yourself to be seen. This is the thing. Most of us, we want ABCYZ, but then we hide away from ABCYZ. You cannot do that. You have to let yourself be seen. If that means you have to sit in front of a camera, do it. If that means you have to bring your touch, I don't know, if you're a cook, because this is the example that just came to mind. If you're a cook and you use a certain combination of spices that gives the taste, a particular flavor to a food, then bring that to the table. Do not condemn yourself and be like, no, this is something you can only eat at home, not on the street. You can eat it on the street as well, okay? If you created it, there's an audience for it. That's key. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if you guys know this guy on, okay, normally I see him on YouTube, so I'm gonna say it's from YouTube. And he normally tries out food from Facebook Marketplace. Literally, that's what he does. So he goes pick up his food and then try it out. And those foods, they're all homemade, right? But by the look of his face, I could tell that those foods are yummy. Ooh, sometimes I get really hungry just looking at that guy. I forgot his name though. Yeah, he knows how to eat. And those foods really do look yum. Oh, but I do not live in the States, so let's keep it moving on. So that's the thing. There is an audience for what you have. And I believe this week's, no, I think it was the August monthly reading. And I titled the reading, "The World is Ready for What You Have to Offer." And this is literally the start of it, okay? This 0808 Lionsgate portal is literally like increasing, doubling the energy so that you actually come out of your hiding place and be seen, so that the world knows what you have to offer, and so that they can, gravitate towards it, grab it, buy it, whatever, sing songs about it, whatever. You have to step up and step out, but do it in your style, in your truth. And your style doesn't mean you have to be afraid and be chicken out. No, your style means who you truly are, the person you have been cultivating throughout the last couple of months, and for some is the orange color in you. The orange color that is all about the creativity and movement and passion and desire. You have to work with that. those energies in this 8-8 portal so that you can actually bring your truth to fruition. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. People need to see you. People need to not only see you, they need to experience you. Because when the right people see you, the right people can help you. And the next image that followed was literally that. So as soon as the person in the ski outfit kind of like landed at the bottom of the waterfall, they ski away. And from a distance, well, not too far of a distance, I saw a very tall, not tall, but like huge, yeah, tall, very tall figure. And they were covered in earth with trees and all that, flowers and everything. And at first I thought maybe it might be a form of their higher self, but the person felt more like an observer. And in that particular moment, I heard Mother Gaia. And then, let me see. Yes. And then she moved her hand in a way, and I saw the person in the ski outfit was like being propelled forward, but not in the same body of water, in a completely different one. And there was a tree standing in the way. It was a very healthy, large looking tree. And as soon as I saw that tree, I was like, oh, the tree of life. I just went like the tree of life. And the person was like approaching it, right? They couldn't stop. They couldn't pause, nothing. It was like the flow has been set and nothing can stop it. You cannot turn it off. You have to continue. And then they were just approaching this tree. They were not afraid though. I never felt like, oh my God, I'm going to crash into the tree. No, nothing of that sort. They were just in the energy of it. And they were approaching the tree. And as soon as they got really close, I saw the tree move its branches like this. Like opening up to embrace that person. And then I heard a particular sentence. But the thing is, after I came out of meditation, the sentence became fuzzy. So it goes along the line of, life is welcoming you or life is opening up to you. It's either one of them. Either way, they both have a welcoming energy, so embrace all both interpretation, okay? Both sentence. And then the person didn't crash into the tree. The tree didn't like hug them, suppress them, stop them. No. The tree kind of like became the path, the portal of what to come next, because the person came out on an island, a completely different island, okay? And that goes to show that when you act accordingly, even if it means you're doing too much, there's nothing such as too much. It's just you in the space of the wrong audience, okay? You're just with the wrong crowd. That's all. You're gonna attract the right people because the higher powers are with you. It's like the universe is just waiting for you to act so that the universe can help you, push you forward so that you finally reach the height that you're supposed to reach, because we are waiting on you. We're waiting to see what you have to offer. The world is ready for what you have to offer. So offer us, send us the offer, show us the offer, present it. But also, in the 3D, of course, the higher powers are always with us, but you can understand this as someone in a very high position or just higher position than you, in a position of power, is noticing you. And this is gonna help you, they're gonna help you take center stage, push you forward. So basically, possibly, very, very, very likely, your name is being like spoken in rooms that you have not yet entered or even start to envision. People are taking notice of you. So keep doing whatever you're doing to come out more. Come out of your comfort zone, people. Safe is not it. Safe is just another form of stagnation. Literally, especially when it goes against who you are. When it goes against your authentic self, it is just another form of stagnation. It doesn't feel pleasant at all. It feels actually really uncomfortable. So you know what, you have found your passion. You have refound, you found like your passion again. And this time you have removed the trauma, you have removed the drama, and you have removed the hurt from it. Now it's time for you to experience life. Of course, it's all about the experiencing, okay? Experience life. If you haven't seen the monthly reading, go check it out, the August reading. It's titled "The World is Ready to What You Have to Offer," because in that video I spoke about August not telling you all what is to come, but more like they want you to experience it as it happens rather than prepare for it, because you're already prepared enough. Okay, so yeah, the higher powers are with you, and the right people have their eyes on you. So step out and be wild, be young, wild, free, bold, whatever, but be authentic you. Okay, so the person appeared let me see. Yeah, so the person appeared on this island, and the island was crowded. I'm not gonna lie, it was really crowded, and there's a lot going on, but people were calling this person's name, and I think they were not in the ski outfit anymore. But yeah, maybe the ski outfit was a sort of protection, because when you surf, normally you don't wear much, but when you ski, you protect yourself. You have the thing for your head, for your knees. I normally don't ski, so forgive me if I'm wrong about the knee aspect, but you normally have something for your eyes, the glasses, that I'm sure. I think for your head as well, or no, because there's sometimes many head injury happening there. Yeah, but normally you have like protection on, and when you normally surf, you just have the board, and then it's you in the ocean. So maybe the ski outfit was just a sort of protection. But since you had the ski thingy that you normally ski on, the shoes and all, I would say you still had the wrong outfit. Not the wrong outfit, your authentic outfit, in a place that people normally don't see it in. Let's just go with that, okay? Anyway, they were on this island, there were many people, and it was chaotic. But despite it being so chaotic, there were still people calling this person. They were calling out to this person. And once my focus went towards those people, I felt a certain level of calm and ease and sort of joy as well. But the background was still like buzzing, all that, I felt all of that. And then I saw a ship, right? Yeah, I saw a ship sailing into the city, and it sailed right into the city, and it stopped right in front of the door, your door. And then you came out of the door, and you received what was meant for you. What is meant for you? Present tense. What is meant for you? So this new space that you're going to enter through, once you act accordingly to this energy of the Lionsgate portal, you're going to find a lot of things. But like I said, if you operate from the brown energy of this portal, you're going to find out that you're grounded, so you can master whatever is out there, and you'll be able to stay true to your authentic self. You'll find the right crowd, people that actually your soul tribe. I don't want to use your soul tribe here because it feels too generic. You're gonna find people with whom you can experience joy, peace, excitement, and all the emotions that goes with it, with life. You're gonna find the right crowd. And yes, they might be your soul tribe, but sometimes it's just someone there's your soul tribe. What am I saying? Okay, soul tribe, okay? They're your soul tribe, but also there is an aspect of maybe finding your right audience. And at the end of the day, you're gonna make a home out of this. you're gonna create a home out of this place. And then the abundance that are meant for you are gonna find you. They're not gonna miss you, because when you create a home out of this peace, abundant emotion, feeling abundant and all that, the frequency that you operate in, it's gonna be sent out throughout the whole world. It's gonna be felt. So the things that are meant for you will not pass you. They will not pass you by. They will always find you, and they will always be delivered. Okay? I wrote something in particular, so I'm going to read it out. Okay? Life has many aspects to it, and though it can be overwhelming at times, you can navigate it by choosing what you give your attention to. You can navigate what you give your attention. Let me restart this again. Life has many aspects to it, and though it can be overwhelming, you can navigate it by choosing what you give your attention to. You can make a home in the chaos, a house of peace, a home of alignment, a home of abundance. And in such place, your abundance will find its way to you. So stay true to yourself and your frequency. And most importantly, be receptive and listen to your intuition. I feel like I had to read this out because it felt like an advice that came through with the images. And then the last image that I saw, so basically after I received those messages, that image of you creating a home and then the ship reaching your door, I kind of pulled out and was about to write, but then I felt ask one more question. And I asked is there anything else that I should know about this 8/8 Lionsgate portal so that I can tell the community? And then in that moment, I saw a ship again. And this ship was different from the previous one. This one was larger. And it had lots of sails, the flag thingy on the mast. And I don't know, most likely you all have seen a picture of a ship. It started off large and then it goes smaller and smaller and smaller in size, the sails, right? And it kind of had a build-up. So I was seeing the ship, but my focus was on the sails the whole time. And then I heard the words in my head, your abundance is possible. Your abundance is possible. Okay? Your abundance is possible. Abundance is uncountable, okay? It's possible. And I felt oh, that is true. Everything is possible for you right now in this moment. But what you do with that depends on you. That truly depends on you. But everything stands open for you right now. So what are you doing? Are you creating a momentum right now? Or are you just sitting on your hands and feet and be the universe will deliver? Because it doesn't work like that. You have to take a certain action. You have to take certain steps so that certain things will be set on your path so that it can actually reach you. You have to create momentum. You have to create momentum. And I wrote that remember, everything is connected and there's a build-up of things. So yes, set the intention, but also take action. Okay, so that was the message that came along with it. It's packed. I'm not gonna lie, it's fully packed. Now let's move on to the steps that I asked for. What ritual, what steps can you take so that you can tap into this energy and actually make the best out of it? Again, I saw 3 images. One was about movement, one was about the water again, also movement, and another was about the sea again. We have lots of water in this, okay? Blue. We have lots of blue in this, okay? Intuition, emotions, you're connected, being connected. So the first step that I saw, the first image that I saw when I asked about the step was, I saw a moving truck. This is movement. No more stagnation. No more, you know, standing in traffic. Okay. I saw a moving truck, and it has like the back was open, and the back had like a blue fence around an element that was at the center. Again, blue. And the thing that was at the center was like still. It was a person. And they were calm. They reminded me of a monk who was like meditating. So the first step that you have to take in order to utilize this energy of the Lionsgate portal is to go inwards. You go inwards, not, to reset yourself back to your trauma and all that. No. In the past, we have been working on our traumas, the dramas, and all the hurts, right? We've come out of it. We have to kind of like remind ourselves of what we want. We have to be honest with this. And this has to come from a place of clarity. Again, the transparent water. It has to come from a place of clarity, not from the lens that we had of like, I need to heal, I need to transform, rather than what life do I truly want to experience as I am right now. Sorry. As I am right now. You're not looking at this through the lens of, I need to transform, need to become something else in order to get what I want. No, you're looking at it through the lens of, I am already the person I want to become. The things that I want to have right now in this reality, what are they? And then look at it. Look at them, be honest, ask yourself the right questions, and then from there, you flow. You take action from that particular, realization that you come to, or the image that you have in mind of what your future life, your current future life should look like, and what you want to build. You operate from that. You do not operate from desperation or wanting to transform yourself. You operate from, this is who I am and this is what I want to get. Okay? So set out your intention. You can write this down. You can paint it even if you're good at it. Write it down, paint it, sing about it, create mantra affirmations about it. Do whatever it takes so that you can anchor that into you as you move through this period of the Lionsgate energy. Okay? And then the second image I saw was the river flowing. And the water was just flowing. Nothing extraordinary. It was quite organic, quite natural. It was just flowing. And then I saw dancers. They came from the back and then they were dancing their way forward. And their movement, their pacing of their movement, it kind of matches the flow of the water. You're not in a rush. I know the Lionsgate portal has a certain time frame. But time works with you, okay? Everything is on your side. As long as you follow your flow. Your flow. I'm not saying the flow of other people or whatever people set out there. Follow your flow and create from that space. And once you find your flow, you follow your flow, you create, you see that the movement forward will be with ease rather than with trying. There's just a certain level of ease to it. Because dancing, I don't know if you guys dance, but like dancing is all about following the rhythm of the drum, the rhythm of your body. Sometimes people don't follow the rhythm of the drums, okay? They follow the rhythm of their body. The tune has to come from within. So, follow your tune. What are your desires telling you right now? What steps do you have in your mind right now? What is calling your name? What action is calling your name? And go ahead and do that. Answer that call. Go towards it and let it guide you and flow with it. Okay? So that's the second step. The third step, I saw a boat. It was at sea. And I saw someone on the dock. So how you call it? The dock, DORK. And they stepped onto the boat, and then the boat took off. So they leave behind everything else, and they were just looking forward. So there is an element of, once you set your intuition, you take actions, you stop looking at the past and only give your attention to the thing that you want to create in this life. So the freedom, if the freedom is what you're trying to manifest, focus only on that. This is literally just manifestation, how to manifest. But like, focus only on that. Do not think about the past. Do not think about the things that you do not want to happen. Think about the things that you want to happen. You want to happen. Yeah, that's how you say it. The things that you want to experience, okay? Just think about that and keep your eyes on the prize. Literally, keep your eyes on the prize. It's literally that, okay? Make use of this portal. I know. Sometimes, some of us are, well, I hope by now you're aware of what you want in life. But for those who haven't gone through the transformation, but you still want to manifest something during this period of time, do it. Manifest what calls to you. You deserve a future that you actually want to experience, We all do. And the world is really ready for what you have to offer. So let us see you. Let us experience you. I just saw, in my mind's eye, I saw like a crown, but imagine kind of like chains. Yeah, and it's been like put onto someone's head, becoming more like a hello. H-A-L-O. Hello. I can see your halo. Halo. Yeah, that one. Kind of like looked like it. And you're being crowned then. Put on your halo so that we can find you, we can see you, we can experience you. And see this Lionsgate portal as, the lion is all about strength. In the tarot cards, I think the traditional one, Smith one, it has like the lion, and then the feminine figure is like opening the lion's mouth, which is all about strength. Use the strength, the power, the energy of this Lionsgate portal and tap into your confidence. Tap into your confidence and come out and show us who you are, because the world is really ready for what you have to offer. And this period of time is it just makes it easier to step forward. So embody the lion. Embody the energy of the lion. It's Leo season, okay? You cannot hide. Leos love attention for good reason, okay? And once you use it right, it will benefit not only you, it will also benefit others. So step up, step out, and be your authentic self, because that's how we love you and that's how we will have you, okay? I think that's it. I do not have anything else to say. Oh, I want to repeat this one more time. This portal is helping you embrace all of your beauties, as you transform into the person who can hold the freedom that you seek. Okay? So go out there and make the best of it. And yeah, I think that's it. So see you guys in another video. Bye.